Hey ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, Jason Dreamer here, and I've got all the NCAA tournament updates that carry us through last night's games. And you know what? I'm going to try to cram it all into one video. So let's start off with the Men's Division II National Semifinals. And that saw the following results from back on March 28th. The number 1 seed Northwest Missouri State University Bearcats defeated the St. Anselm's College Hawks 76-53. Better luck next year, St. Anselm's. Sorry you had to lose so close to the title game. I hope you're able to do better next year, and I hope to see you back again in the NCAA Division II men's and women's tournaments. The other game saw the number 6 Point Loma Nazarene University Sea Lions take out the number 7 University of South Indiana Screaming Eagles 81-71 to set us up with last game, which was the championship game, but I'll get to that later. Next, I want to do for you the NIT third round for the women. And that saw, hold on, I gotta make sure I get the right one. It's the NIT women. Sorry, allergies starting to act up again. You can tell it is springtime. Alright, the first of the 4 brackets saw Texas State Lady Frogs defeat the University of Arkansas Razorbacks 82-78 in a close game. The Cincinnati Bearcats blocked the Butler University Bulldogs 72-65. And that leaves us with the quarterfinals matchup of Texas Christian University Lady Frogs taking on the University of Cincinnati Bearcats, a game that took place last night, which I will get to here shortly. In the second of the 4 brackets, March 27th saw the Northwestern University Wildcats beat the West Virginia University Mountaineers 56-54 in a very tight game, and on March 28th, the Ohio University Bobcats beat the Western Kentucky University Lady Toppers 68-60. And that left us with this quarterfinals match of the Northwestern University Wildcats versus the Ohio State Bobcats. The third section of the bracket saw the University of Arizona Wildcats beat the University of Idaho Vandals 68-60. And in a very tight 1-point game, the University of Wyoming Cowgirls defeated the Pepperdine University Waves 61-60 to leave us with this quarterfinals matchup of the University of Arizona Wildcats taking on the University of Wyoming Cowgirls. The last section of the bracket from March 27th, the Georgetown University Hoyas beat my Providence College Friars 53-46, and on the 28th, James Madison University Dukes defeated the Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University Hokies 70-66 to leave us with the Georgetown University Hoyas versus the James Madison University Dukes. And I will get to that set of games shortly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do understand I am going round by round the day they completed play. So, what happens now? I've got the bracket realigned for the next day that I'm supposed to be on. And it brings us to the Men's Division 1 Regional Finals. Or the Regional Semifinals, the Sweet 16. And that saw, on March 29, the Duke University Blue Devils, number 1 seed, defeat the number 4 seed Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University Hokies in a 75-73 close game. The number 2 Michigan State University Spartans took down the number 3 Louisiana State University Tigers 80-63. And that left us with this matchup for last night. That was the number 1 seed Duke University Blue Devils versus the number 2 Michigan State University Spartans. And why is this still here? Sorry, I had a dash where it didn't need to be. The West Regionals saw the Sweet 16 on March 28th, and that was the number 1 Gonzaga University Bulldogs defeating the number 4 Florida State University Seminoles 72-58, and the number 3 seed Texas Tech University Red Raiders took out my number 2 seed University of Michigan Wolverines 63-44 to leave us with this regional final. The number 1 Gonzaga University Bulldogs took on the number 3 Texas Tech University Red Raiders. I'll get to the Elite 8 later. The South Regional Sweet 16 saw the number 1 University of Virginia Cavaliers down the number 12 University of Oregon Ducks 53-49, and the number 3 seed Purdue University Boilermakers took out the number 2 seed University of Tennessee Volunteers 99-94 in overtime. And that left us with this Elite 8 game of the number 1 University of Virginia Cavaliers versus the number 3 Purdue University Boilermakers. In the Midwest region, both games occurred on the 29th, and those were the number 5 seed Auburn University Tigers over the number 1 seed University of North Carolina Tar Heels 97-80, and the number 2 University of Kentucky Wildcats defeated the number 3 University of Houston Cougars 62-58 in another close matchup. And the Midwest final would be set at the number 2 University of Kentucky Wildcats versus the number 5 Auburn University Tigers. And the other bracket that day we finally crowned another national champion. The NCAA Division II Women's National Championship. which played back on March 29th, saw the number 5 Lubbock Christian University Lady Chaps of the Heartland Conference down the number 2 seed Southwestern Oklahoma State University Bulldogs of the Great American Conference 95-85. Congratulations, Lubbock Christian University Lady Chaps of the Heartland Conference, on your Division II women's title. And moving on. Next, we see the regional semifinals, or the Sweet 16 for the NCAA Division I women. Here's how those results broke down. In the Albany, New York regional Sweet 16 that played on March 29, the number 1 seed University of Louisville Cardinals defeated the number 4 Oregon State University Beavers 61-44, and the number 2 University of Connecticut Huskies defeated the number 6 seed University of California Los Angeles Bruins. One of my teams take out another one of my teams, 69-61. That left us with the Elite 8 match of the number 1 University of Louisville Cardinals to take on the number 2 seed, the University of Connecticut Huskies. The Chicago Regional, which played on the 30th, saw the number 1 seed University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish beat the number 4 seed Texas A&M University Aggies 87-80, and the number 2 Stanford University Cardinal defeated the number 11 Missouri State University Lady Bears 55-46 to leave us with a 1-2 matchup that plays tonight. The University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the champions of the Atlantic Coast Conference, will take on the number 2 Stanford University Cardinal Pac-12 champions. The matchups from the Greensboro Regional saw the number 1 Baylor University Lady Bears defeat the number 4 seed University of South Carolina Gamecocks 93-68, and the number 2 University of Iowa Hawkeyes defeat the number 3 North Carolina State University Wolfpack 79-61. My niece is jumping for joy this morning on that one, knowing that they will play again. The number 1 Baylor University Lady Bears take on the number 2 seed University of Iowa Hawkeyes tonight. So tomorrow I will be bringing you the Elite 8 for the women. But before I get there, the Portland, Oregon Regional Sweet 16 from March 29 saw the Mississippi State University Bulldogs defeat the number 5 Arizona State University Sun Devils 76-53, and the number 2 University of Oregon Ducks took down the number 6 South Dakota State University Jackrabbits 63-53 to leave us with last night's game of the number 1 Mississippi State University Bulldogs versus the number 2 University of Oregon Ducks. I'll bring you those results tomorrow for the Women's Elite 8 of the NCAA Division I. But now, as promised, I will bring you the Men's Elite 8. Those games for the men's D1 Elite 8 are as you see them last night if you watched the games. If not, here are the results. The number 2 Michigan State University Spartans downed the number 1 University of Duke Blue Devils 68-67 at the end of the game. In the West Regional, from March 30th, the number 3 Texas Tech University Red Raiders beat the number 1 seed Gonzaga University Bulldogs 75-69. The South Regional saw action back on the 30th as the number 1 University of Virginia Cavaliers beat the number 3 Purdue University Boilermakers 80-75 in overtime. And in another overtime game in the Midwest region, the number 5 Auburn University Tigers beat the number 2 University of Kansas Wildcats last night. And now, all teams that won the regionals will now convert for the Final Four in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And they play again on April 6th, and these 2 games will be your national semifinals games as the number 2 seed out of the East, Michigan State University Spartans, the champions of the Big Ten Conference, take on the number 3 seed of the West bracket, the Texas Tech University Red Raiders, out of the Big 12 Conference. The number 1 seed of the South, University of Virginia Cavaliers of the Atlantic Coast Conference, will battle it out with the number 5 seed from the Midwest bracket, the Auburn University Tigers, the Southeastern Conference champions. That championship will wrap up with the 2 winners going head-to-head on April 8th. Before I get to the women's NIT Elite 8, I'm just going to run down the rest of the matches that are upcoming. The men's NCAA NIT tournament has now shifted to New York City to Madison Square Garden. The semifinals will take place tomorrow night, in which the number 5 Lipscomb University Bison of the Atlantic Sun Conference will take on the number 6 seed Wichita State University Shockers of the American Athletic Conference, and the number 1 Texas Christian University Horned Frogs of the Big 12 will lock it up with Big 12 Conference rivals, the number 2 seed University of Texas at Austin Longhorns, with their championship on April 4th. And ladies and gentlemen, I almost forgot. The NCAA Division II men did have their championship game on March 30th. And I almost forgot to bring you that. That saw the number 1 Northwest Missouri State University Bearcats of the American Intercollegiate Collegiate Athletic Association defeat the number 6 Point Loma Nazarene University Sea Lions of the Pacific West Conference 64-58. So congratulations, Northwest Missouri State University Bearcats of the Mid-American Intercollegiate Athletic Association, on your Division II championship. The NCAA Women's Division I Tournament Elite 8 wraps up tonight with the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish Atlantic Coast Conference champions taking on the Pac-12 champions Stanford University Cardinals. The Cardinal. And Big 12 Conference champions. Wow, it's an all-champion affair. As the number 1 Baylor University Lady Bears take on the number 2 University of Iowa Hawkeyes of the Big 10 Conference in the final 2 of the Elite 8 games. After tonight, focus will shift to the Final 4 in Tampa Bay, which will see the semifinals on the 5th, the final in the national title game on the 7th. And now, for your NIT Women's quarterfinals. The Texas Christian University Lady Frogs beat the University of Cincinnati Bearcats 69-55 last night. Back on March 30th, the Northwestern University Wildcats defeated the Ohio University Bobcats 61-58, close match there. Last night, the University of Arizona Wildcats defeated the University of Wyoming Cowgirls 65-47 there. And the James Madison University Dukes defeated the Georgetown University Hoyas 54-44, and that sets us up with this national semifinals. The James Madison University Dukes of the Colonial Athletic Association will face the Northwest University Wildcats of the Big Ten Conference, and the Texas Christian University Lady Frogs of the Big 12 Conference will lock it up with Pac-12 Conference's own University of Arizona Wildcats. Those games take place on the 3rd and the 4th of April. The championship will be on April 6th. And ladies and gentlemen, with that has been your Dreamers NCAA March Madness Tournament Update. And ladies and gentlemen, 2 games remain in the NCAA Division I Women's Elite 8. Those 4 games will be brought to you tomorrow. And then once again, I will run down all 4 of the remaining Elite 4 matchups, Final 4 matchups for the NCAA Division I men, NIT men, NIT women, and the NCAA Division I women. Until tomorrow, I will see you later. This has been Dreamers March Madness Update for April 1st, 2019. No, ladies and gentlemen, this video is not an April Fool's joke. This is the NCAA and how it currently sits as of last night's games ending. And this has been Jason Dreamer. And to all you dreamers out there, just keep dreaming, 'cause anything is possible.